Good morning and um, hello. Um, you know, last night I had a very interesting experience, and I thought I would come on and share it. Now, I must admit I'm not prone or keen to coming onto Instagram to share things, but I thought, some people have really encouraged me and through what they do on social media and on Instagram, I said, if they could do it, I could do it too. So I just thought that, this year I want to use this space as a support space. I always think that parents need support. So here I am, I'm coming on to share my own experience as a parent, as a wife, as a mother, and as a worker in the church. So last night, before I go on to last night, some people who encouraged me, Goldalee Bruce, I don't know her, Tony Fifi, I don't know her either, but just seeing what they do on the space has really given me the encouragement, and I want to thank all those who are joining us. I see Edos and Sharice and Father Michael. Father Michael too, you have encouraged me as well. But last night, let's go to last night. One of our sons came to me and he said, Mommy, how do you know if a girl likes you? And I got excited. If you know me, excitement. I got excited, and so many things rushed to my mind. But some of the things that rushed to my mind, I will tell you before I get to my response. And people always tell us, well, it's teachers to talk about that, and it's the church to talk about that, and it's this one to talk about that, and it's so on. So I could have thought about teachers and the catechists, and oh God, you could have go by Archbishop J. Still ask him that. How come you're asking me how to talk to a girl? Because sometimes it feels that we parents, we don't need to be empowered, we need to have these conversations. So while all these things were going through my mind, well, you could ask Mr. Stefan in your school. And I know a sister in a particular school, you could go and ask her. I also know a sister in Rome that you could ask her. I have on WhatsApp. You could go to YouTube or TikTok or wherever and ask your questions. Why are you coming to me as a parent? Because parents seem not to have much power these days. But as he came and he asked that question, and I thanked him. I said, thank you for coming to me, because you could have go to YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, anywhere else except me. But he chose to come and ask, Mommy, how do I engage girls? I could have tell him, you see, my mother told me, girls, boys, and books don't mix. So I could have tell him that. And I was tempted to tell him that because that's the story I know, that's the narrative I know. And then I can tell him, you see that? You have it sounds like you have a crush. You see crush right now? You're in Form 4. You need to get the crush in your books. I can tell him that too. But, I chose to listen, to what he was saying. And the narrative of long time was coming back. But I said, this child has come to me as his parent. He didn't go to the teacher. Well, I don't know if he went to the teacher or the catechist or Archbishop J. Stowe, whoever else who seems much braver than, a lot of parents. But he came to me as his parent to ask, how do I engage a girl in a conversation? And I felt very honored that he would come to me. And we had a nice little conversation. It has not ended, trust me, okay? It has not ended. But I look forward, and this began much earlier. But I think him coming to me and as his parent, and I know he went to his father too, because I heard him, I was sneaking, and I heard him ask a similar question to his father some time ago. Just just gave me the courage to come on here this morning and to really ask, parents, a lot of you might be wondering, how do we engage conversations around love and sex and body with young people? And you don't know what to do, what to say, and you want to palm it off on teacher, catechist, priest, whoever, and they have knowledge too. But we parents have to find a way to empower ourselves. And I think in this space, I want to use it as a space of how can we as parents come together and really start to talk to our children, listen first, and then respond to their needs, especially around, well, I have teenage children, but this conversation didn't start when he was a teenager. It started much, much longer, earlier, I should say. So if you want to be part of a little group or something that, where we could really engage the conversation about sex, about love, about body, about all those crazy questions that you're afraid to ask, I'm willing to raise it here so that we can have some conversations about it. I don't know how you feel about that, but I'm also willing to engage other people to come in and share with me on it, on our page. I'm with the Family Life Commission as well, and we will have some things there too. But if you don't want to go there and you just want to have the conversation here, we are trying to create different spaces where parents can really engage in different conversations about love, about body, about sex, about anything. And I want to encourage you to join us, to join me, and to join others as well. I'd love to have teachers and psychologists and clergy and religious sisters and everybody, young people, in this space here. So I really want to thank you for joining in, those who joined in. I see Sister Sarah and Father Michael and Edos and Cherise and anybody else who'll see this. I really want to encourage you to, if you think it's important, to like it and to share it. And hopefully we'll have more people joining me, more parents, because we are the first educators of our children. Thank you very much for joining in, and I look forward to seeing you sometime again. Thank you.